This is ridiculous.
The only thing I ever see you put down is water or green tea. Oh! Throw it up and it's good! From Ottawa!
This Raptors-Sixers offseason trade features Kyle Lowry to Philadelphia. This season snapped a 6-season streak of Kyle Lowry being named an NBA All-Star, and he has been the leader for the Raptors on and off the court for years now. However, Lowry will soon be 35 years old, and age is definitely something that needs to be taken into consideration for this franchise moving forward. Lowry has not played like an All-Star this year, and as a result, was left off the roster for the first time since 2013-14 season. Hi! In this video, you will know another picky trade for this NBA offseason. If you're a subscriber, well, welcome back to the channel. But if you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to be updated as we shoot in more interesting videos, and turn that thumbs up blue as we play on. Let's dive in. Kyle Lowry is an American professional basketball player for the Toronto Raptors of the National Basketball Association (NBA). With the Raptors, he has been a 6-time NBA All-Star and was named to the All-NBA Third Team in 2016. Lowry won an NBA championship with Toronto in 2019, their first title in franchise history. He was a member of the U.S. national team that won a gold medal in the 2016 Summer Olympics. Lowry played 2 seasons of college basketball with the Villanova Wildcats before he was selected by the Memphis Grizzlies in the first round of the 2006 NBA Draft with a 24th overall pick. He began his NBA career with Memphis and the Houston Rockets before being traded to Toronto. In his second season with the Raptors, he helped them reach the playoffs for the first time in 7 years and won an Atlantic Division title during the 2013-14 season. In 2015-16, he led the Raptors to 56 wins in what was then the highest win total in franchise history, as well as helped the team make the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time. On January 14, 2021, after getting 6 points, 6 rebounds, and a season-high 12 assists in a 111-108 win against the Charlotte Hornets, Lowry recorded his 4,000th assist with the Raptors, joining Stephen Curry and Damian Lillard as the only players to have over 4,000 assists with their current teams. On January 27, 2021, after a quick 3-pointer against the Milwaukee Bucks, Lowry reached the 10,000 points with the Raptors, joining Chris Bosh and DeMar DeRozan as the only players to reach that milestone with the franchise. He had 21 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists in a 115-108 loss. On January 31, 2021, Lowry had 12 points, 6 rebounds, and a season-high 15 assists in a 115-102 win against the Orlando Magic. On February 5, 2021, Lowry scored a season-high 30 points with 5 rebounds, 7 assists, and 2 steals in a 123-117 win against the Brooklyn Nets. On February 26, 2021, Lowry had his second triple-double of the season with 20 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists in a 122-111 win against the Houston Rockets. On March 4, 2021, Lowry had a career-high 19 assists in a 135-125 loss against the Boston Celtics. On May 2, 2021, Lowry scored a new season high of 37 points and made a career-high tying 8 3-pointers with 2 rebounds, 11 assists, and a steal in a 121-114 win against the Los Angeles Lakers. Kyle Lowry is in the final year of his contract and is owed $30 million this season, which makes things complicated in terms of trading him. But there are a handful of teams around the league who would love to add a veteran guard to their backcourt. The biggest question that surrounds Lowry and his future is if the Toronto Raptors are willing to trade him. This organization just won a championship not too long ago with Lowry at the forefront of things, so it may seem like a stretch to think they will be shopping him around to see what they can get for him. The Raptors and Lowry have both shot down all NBA trade rumors that he wants to move on from Toronto and that they are actively shopping him on the trade market before the trade deadline. But the Philadelphia 76ers remain a team that is interested in a veteran guard. Lowry grew up in Philly and went to Cardinal Doherty High School in Philadelphia, so it could make sense that the veteran guard wants to return home at some point in his career. With him being in the final year of his contract and nearing the end of his career, now would be the best time for not only Lowry to join the 76ers, but for them to trade for him. So could they potentially pull off this huge trade before the trade deadline? Let's take a look at a trade scenario that could involve the Toronto Raptors trading Kyle Lowry to the Philadelphia 76ers. Philadelphia 76ers received Kyle Lowry via sign and trade, and Toronto Raptors receive Tyrese Maxey, G. Shake Milton, or G. George Hill. This is a great trade for both these teams because it gives them exactly what they are in need of. Philadelphia would benefit from the presence of a veteran guard who can run the point or split out as a shooting guard, and Toronto would benefit from the additions of 3 talented players to beef up their depth. Obviously, the big kicker of this trade even being able to come to fruition is the Toronto Raptors being able to get Kyle Lowry to agree to a sign and trade type of situation. But considering the benefits agreeing to these terms could bring, it may not be all that difficult. The 76ers are the one team that really wants and could use Kyle Lowry, so if the Raptors were able to cash in on and sign and trade a deal, that could prove to be very beneficial for both parties. This trade gives both sides exactly what they're looking for in terms of talent, and it's a very fair deal between 2 competitive rosters. Let's take a look at how this trade directly impacts each team directly. Why this trade would make sense for the Philadelphia 76ers? This is an outstanding trade for the Philadelphia 76ers because they are able to land an all-star caliber talent when he's got it rolling to their already impressive roster without having to spare too much. With the Sixers coming off a regular season that features being the top record in the Eastern Conference, going all in on now is crucial. Losing Tyrese Maxey and Shake Milton would be more than worth the cost for what the 76ers would be receiving in Kyle Lowry. He's going to want to get paid this offseason, and Philadelphia will likely need to be willing to part with some pieces in a sign-and-trade scenario to get it done. With the restrictive salary cap landscape the 76ers face with Tobias Harris, Ben Simmons, and Joel Embiid signed to long-term deals, the way Philadelphia can be competitive as a suitor for Lowry is a sign-and-trade deal. It would help to consolidate the roster into more concentrated pieces that can help contend. Adding Lowry shouldn't be too difficult considering the 76ers would be dealing 3 separate contracts to the Raptors in return, and this deal could have major playoff implications for the Sixers in the future. The Sixers could greatly benefit from a deal with the Toronto Raptors this offseason to land the Philadelphia native. Why this trade would make sense for the Toronto Raptors? The Raptors may very well lose Kyle Lowry in the NBA free agency, whether they like it or not. But if they agree to a sign and trade deal with a team like the 76ers, they could at least get some solid return value in exchange for their 6-time All-Star. The addition of Tyrese Maxey and Shake Milton would give Toronto some youth to build around, and the addition of George Hill would give them a longtime veteran to keep a firm and organized presence in the locker room. There would be an oversaturation of guard talent on the Raptors' roster after this scenario between Fred VanVleet and Malachi Flynn already being on the roster. It also depends on what Toronto ends up being with their first-round selection in the 2021 NBA Draft. However, simply getting players back in general would help since Toronto could flip them later if they wanted. This trade would be very worthwhile for the Raptors because they wouldn't have to pay any of Kyle Lowry's contract, and they could simply deal him to the team that wants him and get some value for him. It's always a great idea to snag some depth and value when you get a change, especially for a player who would be leaving. So what do you think about this target lock trade? Let us know in the comment section below, and hey, if you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so we continue giving you the best content. Thanks for watching and see you on the next video.